How do you do, fellow gamers? This is It's Man here with Never Play Again, a horror game where we must find out the true nature behind a nameless game that supposedly drives people mad when they play it. Now, real quick, before I jump into gameplay, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the developers of the horror game that I played in my previous video. If you guys would like your comments to be featured on any future videos, then what I have to do is just leave a comment. That's it, just leave a comment. And so, without further ado, let's find out about this nameless game. So, CRT filter, let's turn it off. So, thank you. Enjoy the game. Alright. Reality is that which, when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. Oh, it's a quote. File 1. Load life. Name. Keiichiro. Playtime. Oh my goodness, that's long. This save file is literally my life. Do you realize how many hours I put into this? You can create only one save per game? That sucks. Yeah, sorry. What if I want to borrow it from you? I bet they just do it to make you buy another game. There's a lot of data to save. Character stats, monsters. Pfft, 2 saves could be doable. They're just lazy. Let's do... Wait, why is talk highlighted? I guess it wants us to click talk. Whatever. Hey, let's try this one. What's that? It doesn't even have a label. Where did you find it? I got it the other day at the open air market. Ah, that guy who sells pirated games? That guy is sketchy. One time he had some game labeled Silent Peak 4. They didn't even make the 3rd game. I know, it was too good to be true. It turned out to be some strange shooter game with a bunny. What did you get this time? This one isn't actually that bad. I've just played a few hours. Let me try it. Sick music, right? Hey. Oh, sorry, I was getting into it. What stage are you playing? Sick music, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was getting into it. Wait, what? Why is it looping? What stage are you playing? This is... How did they manage to do this? It looks so real. I know, right? Hey, do you mind if I delete your save? I want to start over. Yeah, I don't care. This is... amazing. Where did you get this again? Ah! Are you... What about me? Do I have something on my face? Why are you looking at me like that? No, this is a dream, right? You're not making any sense. Oh my goodness. Oh. Shinji? No. He's not moving. He's dead. I killed him. No. This isn't real. I'm gonna wake up. Please wake up. File 2. Bottomless Pit. Name unnamed. Playtime. Oh my goodness. 2001, October 21st. So, just to be sure, you fear that this phobia that you developed in a video game is going to affect you in the real world as well? Since we started talking, the doctor has to move from his chair. No gestures, no facial expressions, not a single reaction, nothing. I'm starting to think he doesn't understand or he just doesn't care. Why are doctors like this? Tell me what you're thinking right away. Maybe coming here was a mistake. Look, doctor, I just want to live a normal life like everyone else. For once, everything is going well in my life. My school grades are great, my friends love me, I'm quite popular. But, in truth, I'm scared. I'm scared that things will get worse and that my life won't be the same as before. Understandable. Keep talking. Keep talking. I need you to explain every detail to me. Yes, sir. So, talk. Let's talk about the fear first. There's something you have to know. I think this was the first time I discovered this phobia I have. One time, I went to my school during summer break. I forgot my bag there, so I went back to retrieve it. The school was closed that day, but they let me in just to get my bag. I think the janitor was busy or something, so he couldn't accompany me. I headed to my classroom alone. The school was empty. It was a place I knew well. Those corridors, classrooms. I was so used to seeing them full of people. But that day, the place was empty, silent. It was eerie. I started to panic. I started to run. I don't know how, but I got lost. A teacher found me eventually. I don't know how much time had passed. To me, it felt like an eternity. I felt like I wandered through the school for hours without finding a way out. I told my parents. They talked to some doctors. I was told I have gnarly, the fear of empty spaces. Ever since then, I try to avoid empty spaces. I understand. Being so popular at school helped me a lot. Being at the center of attention, surrounded by so many people. Festivals, concerts, parties. From the outside, it looks like I'm quite the outgoing type. But the truth is, I just do it to avoid being alone in empty spaces. And then, about the game. Up until now, I was never scared of video games. Actually, I like to play horror games a lot. Same. Same. Grand Sylvan Hotel, Occultic Pizza, Undead Air, you name it. And yet, this stupid game scared me for good. I don't know much about video games. Please try to describe it to me. It's this game I found in a retro gaming shop. I don't know what that said. It was in a bargain bin. I usually find cool games for cheap there. This game caught my attention because it didn't have a label or a case. The game itself was quite bizarre. I don't know how to describe it well, but there was this level. I mean, nothing scary in particular. It was just a normal room. But then, something happened with the camera. Maybe it was a glitch or something. The camera began to zoom out. Oh, check that out. Look at that effect. As it was pulling out, I could see that the room I was in was... It was actually a small box, surrounded by an endless black void. I started to freak out. My character fell into the void. I kept falling without dying, into the bottomless pit. That's when I turned off the game. What about symptoms? One day, all of a sudden, it happened. Half of my vision was gone. Not just my vision, it was like half of my brain was turned off. I could only sense a part of reality. And the rest was nothing. Interesting. I've been having these attacks since I played that game. I'm sure of it. I was normal before. Now I'm... Usually they just last a few seconds. But then, the other day... It was a day like the others. I was getting out of the store. Just when I passed by the door, it happened again. The outside of the store, it was just empty space. I tried to go back, but by the time I turned back, the inside of the store became nothingness too. It was just a door at that point. Useless. I didn't know where to go. It was terrible. I started wandering around, trying to find a way back. I'm not sure for how long, but this time it lasted more than a few seconds. When I came back to reality, I realized something even more terrifying. Time had passed in the real world too. 3 hours to be precise. For those 3 hours, I wasn't in the real world. I didn't exist. I can't accept this. Doctor, please! Tell me there's a way to fix this? What about back? Doctor, please say something. I think this is bad. It's like my brain stopped working for a moment, and my senses... How can you explain this? You see, I don't think your brain has stopped working. On the contrary, I think your case is very interesting. After all, this is what I've been researching my whole life. And what would that be? Cognitive neuroscience, the way we perceive the world. You know, there are many ways to investigate it. Neurology, neurophysiology, neuroimaging. Witnessing reality is much more than using your senses. Seeing or hearing. You would think it's just about sending images or sounds to the brain in order for it to interpret them. But that's not what is happening. Take a look at this. Oh, I know this one. If you stare at it, suddenly the cube turns upside down or something. It's like you're seeing the cube from above, but if you focus enough, you'll see it from below and vice versa. Very good. And it's not just vision. Would you like to hear a sound illusion too? Yes. The doctor hands me a pair of headphones. This sound illusion works best when listening with headphones. Well, I am wearing headphones right now, yes. Listen to this. Interesting. Nice tune, I guess. You heard it as just one tune, but it's actually 2 melodies played together. Here, I'll let you listen to them separately. This is the one that played on the right channel. This is the melody that plays on the left channel. I'll play them together again. Now that you know this, now that you know the single melodies, you can focus on them. So when you hear that same tune, you can perceive 3 different melodies if you want. While you listen, try removing the left or right earpiece of your headphones. Let me try. So right now it sounds like a single melody, but then hold on, let me remove the right earpiece. Okay, what about the left one? It's actually pretty interesting, dude. I'm liking this. Yeah. Sick. So, I got this. Doctor, cool, I guess. But what's the point? If our perception of reality consisted of simply seeing an image, that image would always be the same. So that's what happened. What's interesting is that the drawing itself is not changing, but your perception is. Your perception of reality changes at will, according to interpretation. Experiencing reality is more like having an opinion about the world. So when you say that the world disappeared, I don't think that's what happened. Reality is still there, it's just that your brain is interpreting it in a different way. I can see how that could explain my problem, but only by explaining it, we can cure it. Do you think it can be cured? I'm sure our neurological research will be able to help with your condition. I'd be glad to do a neural scan as soon as possible. We can start immediately. Whatever. Splendid. We can start right now. But doctor! Yes? It's happening again! What? What is happening? The room is gone. I'm here. Yes, but... Doctor? Without me noticing, the void had filled the room. I take a look around, hoping to find a corner, a wall, a light, something. Nothing. It's useless. When I turn my head back to the doctor, he is gone too. Why are doctors like this? I wasted my morning listening to some philosophy lesson that I don't even care about. Time to go home, I guess. If I can find my way back. Well, at least we got to listen to an audio illusion. I mean... that was pretty cool, honestly. File 3, search. So name unknown. October 31st, 2001. So this is, I think, about... what was it, like a week later or a few days later? I don't know. Earlier this morning, I received an unexpected call from an old friend of mine. He's currently working as a doctor in this hospital. I hadn't heard from him since graduation. He wanted to meet me to talk about a case of his. Apparently there's this game that makes people go crazy or something. I didn't get the details. He's waiting for me in the neurology ward. So, examine. Reception desk. There's a nurse at the reception desk. She's reading a book. What about the TV? Still no official statement from the mayor. Another traffic jam is currently affecting the city, and many more are predicted for tomorrow. Half of the main roads are closed off due to emergency work. In truth, to this day, the administration hasn't been able to provide a plausible explanation. A press conference has been scheduled for later tonight. Stay tuned to get all the updates. What about surroundings? I expected to find more people in here. Waiting rooms are usually crammed with patients, so seeing a place like this being so empty makes me a little uncomfortable, to be honest. And back. So, what about talk? So talk about neurological ward, I think. Yeah, neuro ward. The neurology ward is situated on the second floor. You can take one of the elevators over there or use the stairs. Thank you. About me. About you. I'm reading this book. I'm getting quite into it. It's a story of this criminal who finds a mysterious sphere that can summon all sort of demonic beings. The story doesn't make sense. The story doesn't make much sense, but the demons are cool, I think. So, anything strange? What an odd question to ask. Oh, are you a detective by any chance? No, totally different job. What do you do? I work for a game company. Making video games sounds like a cool job. It is, but it can be quite stressful sometimes. I see. To answer your question, there were some strange cases in the neurology ward this week. If you ask me, people are starting to lose their grasp of reality. Everything is virtual these days. Sooner than later, life on the net will become more important than real life. Alright. What? Move? Move where? Oh, neurology ward. Here we go. This place is like a maze. Examine. There's nobody around. Is this normal? Let's move again. Room. Let's try the room on the right. The room is empty. What about the left? It's an empty room. This place gives me the creeps. I feel like I'm being watched. Uh-oh. Maybe we are being watched. What about room further back? The room is empty. Again. Maybe it's in the other corridor. There's only one room open here. Oh, sorry. There's a patient sleeping. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Examine. Oh, the music. Patient. It's a young patient with long hair flowing on the bed sheets. There's a calm expression on the patient's face. I better not make any noise. Game console. On the bedside table, there's what looks to be a game console. I'm sure of it. It's a game box. There's no mistake. Why is a game console hooked up to a medical equipment? Medical device? A tangle of cables is coming out from the wall, linking up the game console to the patient. Wait a minute. Are those electrodes attached to the brain? Wait a second. What kind of medical procedure is this? Sorry for the wait. Ah! I was in a meeting. Long time no see. Yeah. How's your life going? I've heard you finally entered the game industry. Congratulations. Thanks. I'm very happy for you. I know it was your dream. Anyway, you called me? Yes. I need your help with something. You're the only one I know that could help me with this. Please, Let's talk about this in my office. Wait, I forgot to ask him what was going on in that room. I don't know. What if that person is in the game world? And that... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but let's see what else, you know, let's see what else the doctor has to say. Yeah. Anyways, there's something I want to show you. He opens up a desk drawer and takes something out. You know what this is? Yeah, it's the cartridge. So, I don't know what that says. This is a game cartridge? It's for the game box. The first portable console ever. See? You already know a lot more than me about this. The label is blank. I can't determine what game is inside. A few weeks ago, a patient came in here claiming to have developed a particular condition after playing this game. Whoa, getting sick from a game. Wait a minute, getting sick from a game. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the Lavender Town Syndrome creepypasta. Yeah, Lavender Town Syndrome. Yeah, anyways. So, whoa, getting sick from a game? I guess this is what those safety warnings about at the start of the game manuals are for. Take a 15-minute break after each hour of playing. I don't think anyone has ever done that. Nevertheless, I read that flashing lights or some shaking images can cause epilepsy attacks, so maybe this is what the doctor is talking about. She said she was experiencing strange hallucinations, like walking through walls or ending up in empty spaces. Wait a minute! Oh my goodness! You might actually be onto something, doctor. Oh my goodness. Did I hear that right? She used a particular word that caught my attention. A bottomless pit. Sometimes she would go through a door only to find herself in total blackness. Delusions. No, I never take for granted that my patients are deluded. I want to get to the bottom of this. You think she might have been influenced by playing games too much? I'm not sure. But this line of investigation is the only one I have left now. You see, before I could admit her to my ward, she fled. What? It happens sometimes. Patients who are really anxious or stressed can't handle being admitted or examined. When I got back to my office, the girl was gone. She only left this game cartridge. I tried playing the game, but I couldn't find the console it was made for. Yeah, I think it's becoming quite rare now. This is when I thought of calling you. You want me to play this game? Take a look at it. See if there's anything strange about it. A medical investigation on a game. Well, why not? I don't know. It's a long shot, but for some reason, I feel that some of the answers are inside that game. Just a hunch. It's strange for him to call me out of the blue. When we were in university, we used to hang out all the time and play video games. I think that's when I actually started considering a job in the game industry. After he graduated, though, he became distant, and I never saw him playing games again. Guess he was too focused on becoming a doctor or something. After all this time, he calls me for this game experiment thing. Is this related to the weird room I saw before? What room? The room where you found me. You know, with those strange devices hooked up to a game console? I don't know what you're talking about. What? Did I hallucinate it? You were there with me. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm sure you were mistaken. He insisted on going back to the room with the weird patient in order to convince me. When we went back to that room... No way! I told you. Maybe you saw some medical device and mistook it for something else. This is the neurological ward. It's not like we do crazy experiments in here. He's saying that, but he's also emanating the strongest mad scientist vibe right now. Like, you're going to play this game, and I'm going to use the results to take over the world. Something like that, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I really need to go back to work now. Will you help me with the game cartridge? I'll see what I can do in my spare time. Thank you so much. Dude, I really like the music. Yeah. I listened to the title screen theme for a little bit, and dude, it's actually pretty relaxing. Anyways, whoa, it got dark. Days are starting to feel shorter. It's that time of the year. By the way, it's Halloween. One of my favorite times of the year. Watching some what now? Oh no, it's my boss. Hello? What? Tonight? I know the deadline is approaching, but... Alright. I'll be in the office. This is game development for you. Working overtime on Halloween to avoid missing a deadline. Whatever, I'll just spend Halloween in the office. Excuse me? Oh. This guy just came out of nowhere. That game. Game? You mean this? You must have seen me while I was putting it back in my bag. What does this guy want with this game? Do you realize what game that is? It's very rare. How did you obtain it? A friend of mine gave it to me. This is impossible. You know something about this game? Look for the exit. Sorry? The exit. Yeah, yeah, pardon me, my Japanese is a little bit rusty, but I think those two kanji characters, I think that means, exit. Yeah, exit, this one. Yeah. I don't know, like I said, my Japanese is a bit rusty, but I think, like I said, those two characters mean exit. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Maybe you should ask the nurse at the reception. I suppose this is another patient from the neurology ward. I don't have time for this. I must get to work. I'll be leaving now. Sorry. I can hear sirens in the distance. Something must have happened. Some of the roads are blocked. It's not the first time they've done this. They've been closing up areas constantly this week. I wonder what they're working on. Despite being Halloween, there aren't that many people around. This feels lonely. I don't know, but I feel like I'm being followed. What the heck? It's that strange guy I met earlier. Is he after me? He's watching through the glass door. As the guy opens the door, I start running. What just happened? The guy was following me. Was this because of the blank game cartridge? I run with all my strength until I get tired. By that time, I'm almost at my office. That was intense. So, examine. That word soft office. The game company I work for has many offices around town. This one looks shady from the outside, but inside, you got everything you need for working on video games. Yeah, what kind of video games exactly? Maybe someday I'll have my own game company and office. Someday. Ito, is that Ito? Yeah, Ito store. It's a small convenience store near my office. They make good coffee, and the coffee machine can be useful sometimes. I should get something to eat later tonight. And barrier. These barriers are all over town lately. They say it's to avoid access to construction sites, but how many are there? Literally half of the city has been off limits this week. What about listen? Do you realize how much money you could get? What's the game even about? Some say it contains some secret experiment by the government. So wait. Secret experiment by the government? Dude, you know what that also reminds me of? Polybius. Dude, I think this game might be somewhat inspired by Polybius. Well, not only Lavender Town Syndrome, but Polybius as well. Yeah, dude. Dang, dude. I'm really liking the references here. Yeah. A song emitting frequencies that can control your brain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now, oh my god. So, dude, the doctor from earlier was literally playing an audio illusion. I don't know, what if the doctor's actually in on this? Like, what if the doctor's actually conducting the experiments here? Yeah. Anyway, so, a song emitting frequencies that can control your brain. That's scary. To be honest, I don't care. That game is so rare that I could make a fortune by selling it. People are willing to kill for it. What about think? What the hell is going on? That guy was following me. I should get inside the office and start working. I've already lost too much time tonight. Now let's move to, that word, soft office. Hey, you! What? What the hell? How do you have that game? Some guy just saw me. Now he's starting to run towards me? What the hell is going on? You stole it! Give it back! You're crazy! I run towards the office as fast as I can. Oh, what was that just now? All of a sudden, everyone seems to be obsessed with this unknown game. What's the deal with it? Well, they just said in that conversation you overheard. It might be an experiment from the government. Polybius, you know? I close all the doors and windows and call the police. As long as I'm in the office, I should be fine. Huh? What's this noise? It's coming from the other room. Could it be? Can you help me? Oh god, say something when you're in the office. What the heck? I didn't know you were working tonight too. Is everything okay? Clear this for me. It happened again. You wouldn't think it, but my coworker is a video game living legend. A genius from the early days of computers. She started making games in the early 80s. Oh, early 80s? No way. With a home computer. She coded her first game alone in her room in a month when she was 8. Huh. She made 2 huge games at the time. Video game history stuff. After that, she basically disappeared from the public scene. No one knew where she went. It was later found that she had spent 20 years living in a remote commune. A few years ago, she came back to games, but there was a problem. She could only program games, not play them. The thought of picking up a controller scares her to death. Too many choices, she says. Even the cutest platformer game is pure horror to her. So whenever she has to test something, she gets stuck for hours waiting for someone else to play the game. Heck, right now we're working on a visual novel, but she's even afraid to press a button to advance text. Here you go. Thank you. How long have you been stuck in this screen? 2 hours? Phew. After I press a few buttons, the game advances as intended. After I press a few buttons, the game advances as intended, and she can go back to programming. Better not disturb her, bother her with my strange encounters today. I go back to my room. I can't concentrate like this. The blank cartridge is laying on my desk, watching me. Should I play that damn game? But I still have work to do. Do you know that a save file... Oh, wait! I'm able to make out some of the words now. I think it said, oh, do you know that the save file is my life or something? I don't know. Screw it. Of course the game doesn't work. It would have been too easy. But it's not time to give up yet. I can dump the game memory to the computer and analyze it. This will take just a few minutes. Looks like the data is corrupted. Darn it. Now you see that? Wait. Check out some of the text here. Shinji.sav. Shinji.save. Oh, dude, it's Shinji's save file. No way. Yeah. Anyways, so it looks like the data is corrupted. This is all I've got for now. I was only able to recover 2 files. The .sav file looks to be a save file, but it's useless if I can't get the game to run. The other file, log.txt, contains some information about the game. The first line is about the creator. So, k88. Never seen this name. This doesn't tell me much. Then we have the compilation date, the day and time on which the game was created. So, October 1st, 2000 at 4:56 a.m., I'm assuming, and 31 seconds. Yeah. So, September 0, 1910, 2000, or 2010? Wait, what? September 0, 1910 or 2010? What? Wait, maybe I should read it in the American format. October 1st, 2000. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Or the 10th of January, 2000 in European format. At this point, I'm not sure anymore. I could look up these dates on the internet. The last line should be the serial number, VN013A2. Just by looking at the number, it's hard to tell what game it is. Maybe I could check if there's something that can help me with that in the archive room. So, examine. Game console. This is the Ultra Reality 64 debug console. It can play games from all regions and can also be linked to a computer. Thanks to the transfer port, I can also play and debug game cartridges. Dude, I really like the music. Yeah. So, blank cartridge. It looks like a regular Gamebox game cartridge. I wasn't able to play the game or get access to the ROM. There is no label or any other sign that could help me identify the name of the game. What about poster? It's a poster made for the latest entry in the Waifu Detective Club series. I see. The heroine, Mayumi, has become more popular than the actual protagonist. I can't wait to play this new chapter. So, back, listen. I can only hear the sound of my coworker typing in the other room. Seems like the people outside are gone. What about surf the web? Video games. So, playing Sonic on my computer. So, one name. This is your lucky day. 2001, August 20th, at 4:14 p.m. and 39 seconds. ID, and then ID. So, how can I play Sonic 1 on my computer? So, get a better computer. What? Can't you afford a UR64? Like all the grown-ups? So, what the heck? What is this? So, oh yeah, I love playing Sonic with missing layers, so much fun. Okay, yeah, so this is just a weird internet board. Yeah. Anyways. Emulation is a crime, but maybe in the future it will be the only way to preserve old games. Exactly. So, news. So smile, you're about to make history. So, eat vegetables. Hello there, my good friends. Today I have an announcement to make. I'm going to stab someone in the next 4 hours in front of the train station in my city. It's going to be random, but I promise you it will be good. In 20 years, people will still talk about this thread. There's not a specific reason for this. I'm just doing it for you all. Wish me luck, guys, and watch the news. Nurse. Just remember to say Mentos, the fresh maker, and smile to the camera at the end. Dude, what am I reading here? Kid, just go to school. Please kill a blonde one, they deserve it. Dude, what am I reading here? The heck? What am I reading? So, hello there, my good friends. Today I have an announcement to make. I am gay. You too? Mom, I already told you. Dad won't come back no matter what you do. Frick, guys. Watch the news. Oh, frick. What am I reading? Just a normal day on the internet. Normal day? Oh boy. Paranormal. I've got a hit for that date. I've got a hit for that date. October 1st, 2000. So, let's see. So, file from the afterlife. I should start running. This is an old story I heard when I was in school. Basically, it's a file created from the afterlife. Some people claim to have received this file. They said that if you check the creation date, it says, created on October 1st, 2000, day 0 of September 2000. Some said that it contained pictures of a girl in various phases of her life, childhood, school, marriage, and eventually death. It's unknown who took the pictures. Anyone ever heard about this? I did a quick search on Yahoo. Of course, I found nothing, but I'm sure someone here knows about it or even has the file. So, pictures of your mom, hahaha. This is the link OP, and then download link or something, and then virus. A virus, huh? Yeah, this is the kind of story you can find on a paranormal board. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem to have originated on the internet. Sounds more like an urban legend. Urban legends are usually born from real stories. I wonder what's the real story behind this one. I heard something. So, think. I need to find out more about this mysterious game. I was able to retrieve 2 possible leads from the ROM. The creation date, October 1st, 2000 at 4:56 a.m. and a serial number, VN01382. Maybe there's something in the office that could help me with the research. Alright. So, we already surfed the web. Yeah. So, examine, listen, search other things. So, move. Coworker's dead. Oh, wait, no, the archive, yeah. Examine. Lockers. We could put our stuff in the lockers, but we prefer to just stack it on our desks instead. By the way, if a psychopathic serial killer were to enter the office one day, the locker would be my hiding spot. That's oddly specific, but okay. Cabinet. The cabinet contains all of that named soft's released games so far. The oldest game is Welcome to the hit adventure game released in 1997. Our latest release is Dear Memorial, a first in the dating sim genre. Interesting. I don't think the blank cartridge is released to any of That Word Soft's productions. So, game magazines. This should be it. The game magazine Uretsu used to have a section with a list of all the games that came out at the time. It had review scores, prices, and technical information, including serial numbers. Eventually, they stopped printing that section because it was taking up a lot of space. Maybe if I can pinpoint a specific year of release, I can find the serial number I'm looking for. I can start from the compilation date. Let's try the year 2000. Oh! This is interesting. It's an issue from November 2000. It contains a serial number almost identical to the one I'm looking for. VN013. The blank cartridge has VN013A2. It could be related. The game with the VN013 serial number is Undead Air. It's an almost unknown horror adventure game. Alright. Speculates. Let me think about it. Alright. I was able to extract some info from the mysterious blank cartridge. A serial number, the date on which the game was compiled, and a save file. The save file is useless at this moment, but I could use it if I find out what game it was made for. So let's focus on the date and the serial number for now. There was a mention of that date on the internet. October 1st, 2000. It seems to be linked to this urban legend about a file created from the afterlife. That's pretty much it though. There are plenty of stories about the year 2000. After all, 2 years ago the world was supposed to end due to the millennium bug. Oh, Y2K? Yeah, the Y2K hysteria? Yeah. As for the game's serial number, I got a partial match with the game Undead Air, a horror adventure game that came out in 2000. It wasn't a great commercial success, but it got some good reviews. This serial number, though, it doesn't perfectly match to any official release of the game. Could it be an internal pre-release version of the game that was never published? It seems like a more concrete lead. At least something I can investigate further. Let's see what the internet has to say about that game. This looks to be the official game page. Wait a minute. That's an itch.io page. I recognize that. It says that additional episodes were planned for Undead Air. The development was assigned to the original developers though. The small game company, Keshi, was working on it. The project started soon after the release of the game. 2 additional episodes were planned. The first episode, A Cult Like Pizza, came out in late 2000, but it didn't perform that well. A second extra episode was planned, named Tower. Pizza Tower? It was released in the same year, but it never came out. Maybe the first expansion wasn't a great success, so they decided to cancel it. It wouldn't be the first time. They were planning on distributing the game with an esoteric satellite broadcasting system, some kind of alternative internet. This could be a huge problem, actually. Downloadable content was deleted every time the console was turned off. Oh, I see. The only way to recover such a game would be to find a console that hasn't been turned off since 2000, and has this game already installed. I'll think about this later. The important thing is that the original serial number for Undead Air is VN013. The first extra episode, A Cult Like Pizza, had this serial number, VN013A. The unknown ROM I dumped from the blank cartridge is VN013A2. This could be the game I'm looking for, Undead Air Tower. I'll see if there are any traces left of the game on the internet. I was able to find some promotional material for the game. The story was about a guy trapped in a radio tower. The article says it had various endings depending on your choices and some heavy subjects too. There's a small screenshot of the game at the bottom of the magazine page. This is literally the only thing left of it. In the photo you can see the protagonist looking through a window from inside the building, trapped. Ironic. I guess he'll be stuck in there for even longer. There's something bothering me about that last screenshot. I get closer to the screen, trying to examine the picture better. This is the only thing left from the game. Any info could be helpful. I keep staring at those eyes. It looks like a face. Yeah, you see that? Oh, whoa. Okay, alright, I was not expecting a high definition, extreme close-up visual, but, you know, here we are, I guess. So, yeah, what I'm thinking too. This game. Were you watching behind my back this whole time? Please say something next time. I almost died there. Okay. So, you like serial killers too? Why do you say that? You investigating this case. The fire started on October 1st, 2000 at 4:56 a.m. What are you talking about? She's holding up a newspaper clipping. I can't see the date, but it looks quite old. Why does she keep this stuff in the office? The title says, Arson at Game Software Company, Culprits on the Run. I think I heard about this story. It happened a few years ago. The fire started on October 1st, 2000 at 4:56 a.m. That's when the game was compiled. Wait a minute. Wait, you're right. When the medics arrived on the scene, they discovered a body. The body was charred, black as coal. Ugh. They noted wounds caused by the fire, one on the heart and the other two on parts of the brain. Ugh. Wait, who are you talking about? The lead developer of the game died in the fire. It was the lead programmer who called the police and the firefighters. When the autopsy was performed, though, analysis revealed several lesions on the skull and chest. The case was now treated as a homicide. Further investigations on the scene led to the discovery of a hammer with bloodstains on it. They also found a puddle of gasoline. Wait a minute. The killer hit the developer in the head several times and then set the fire. The lead programmer became the main suspect, as he was the only one present at the scene. But he was never found. Police decided to focus on a poor farmer instead. They arrested him, even went to trial. I don't think I've ever heard her talking so much. So that's why Undead Air Tower never came out. It was destroyed in the fire, just when it was compiled. There's more. Huh? Shortly after the fire, strange rumors began to spread. Several people claimed that they received the second extra episode for Undead Air via satellite connection. What? It just happened. When they connected to the satellite, a download would just start, and a mysterious file would be installed in their console. That's a creepy urban legend. Do you think there's some truth in those stories? I'm sure. Sure? Why do you say that? Because at the time, I received the file too. What? This is getting confusing. What was the game like? Anything strange? It was something different. Different? Some said that this game was made in another world. She became silent again. A game from another world? This is just too crazy. I guess this is how the file from the Afterlife urban legend started. Are all these things connected? It doesn't matter now. Now I know the title of the game I'm looking for. What if... Do you think this save file from the cartridge could work with the base version of Undead Air? I don't know. I think I could try anyway. What could go wrong? The game dumped from the blank cartridge is still unplayable. The only thing I can do is try to load this save file with the original Undead Air game. It's just a matter of moving the files in a folder and I'm ready to go. I boot up the game. Everything seems normal. What's going on? A blackout? Maybe. Are you alright? Electricity seems to be gone, not only from our office, but outside too. I can't see any light outside the window. My chair starts shaking. And then the walls. An earthquake? Let's get out of here! Or what if? What if reality's collapsing or something? And then... silence. And 8-bit music playing. So, last file, save life. What the? Look at the date. It's just zeros now. This is an emergency alert message. A weather warning has been issued for your area. Citizens are advised not to move from their current location. No matter what you do, stay where you are. Remain indoors at all costs. Do not look at the sky. Do not look at the sky? What? I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. Some called it the digital apocalypse. The digital apocalypse? What? We became so dependent from the digital world that the two worlds were bound to collapse. The real world and the digital world. Earth and heaven. Which is which? I wonder around what's left of this other reality. At this point, I forgot. Is this life or the afterlife? The city is blacked out. The structure of this reality has collapsed, and yet computer systems and control screens show that there is nothing wrong. Who's to trust? I received that game file a long time ago. This is what I saw in the game. It was a game set in a post-apocalyptic world. At one point in the story, people began to play a video game to escape reality. With time, this game becomes so complex and so detailed that it contains another game inside. Characters in the game start to have their own game to escape reality. And the cycle goes on. It became my obsession. Traveling between two different realities, I became oblivious to both. And now, I know who did this. I know where everything began. It was you all along. You did it. Thanks to your help and the doctor. Are you happy now? Ever since that day. Oh my god. When my friend died, all I had left was a save file. Oh my goodness. All my life, I held to that file, to what little was left of him. And even then, the file was damaged. I've tried to find an explanation, tried to deny reality. Magic, occultism, parapsychology, everything. Until I found that game. The developers had Keshi discovered something in the satellite signal. It was a signal from the TED. I saw it. I saw it in the game. It was another place. This is where we all go. Our destiny. You think that by shutting down this reality, you'll be together with your friend again? I kept this game console powered on for all these years. The last copy of the game, it was like mechanical breathing. I stole the completed game and killed the developers, and now the save file was recovered. This fake reality is shutting down. Soon, we'll be together. I don't care. The game is finally over. Life can go on. Do you know that a save file is a window on your soul? Oh, that's what it says. Whoa. Look at that. Oh, that visual. Dude, what is going on? Never play again. Oh my god. Wow. So apparently, I guess this, so as we saw in the beginning, this person's friend, Shinji, died. And as a way to keep up his memory, or to I guess keep up his life, quote unquote, they basically kept that save file as well as the content corresponding to that file for pretty much like as long as they could. But obviously, as they explain, like, oh, you know, like when you power off the console, which I assume that's what happens. Yeah, like which is what I assume what happened. Like after the doctor, like barged in the room to call us in. Like, yeah, you know, obviously the content was erased, the save file was basically rendered useless. But then, like, but it's also interesting because it's like apparently that basically rendered reality itself to just simply collapse or something. I mean, I don't know, like, oh, you have unlocked the music room. Well, that's nice. But anyways, yeah, so I don't know, like, I mean, it's pretty mysterious, but in a good way, you know? Yeah. But dang. Man, I'm actually really glad I decided to play this game, dude, because wow. That was awesome. Yeah, like, I just like how mysterious the ending was. Like how all of a sudden reality just starts collapsing. And I also like how in the end they like somewhat reveal the origins of the save file. Yeah. And how apparently this whole time, so at first we get this one version of the story where, oh, you know, like it was a save file that was compiled, or I guess downloaded into people's consoles through the satellite network that the game was using for downloadable content. And so, but the thing was that the actual content of the file, like, it's still a mystery, you know? And this was, so in this story, it was after like an arson was committed at the game studio that was responsible for making that game, you know? Yeah, however, after, you know, at the end of the story, when, you know, all of a sudden reality starts collapsing around us, suddenly we got this other story about the origins of the save file, where it was actually created by an old friend of one of the characters, who unfortunately passed away. And like I said, as a way to keep up their legacy, or keep up their memory, they kept the save file, and he also kept the console powered on, so that way, again, the content corresponding to the file, like, wasn't erased. But then, like I said, eventually, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you know, the file was, the console was eventually powered off, and thus everything corresponding to the file was, boom, erased. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's at least the way that I, you know, interpret the story, you know, like that's at least, you know, what I was able to, like, digest, you know? Yeah. But I mean, other than the mysterious story, which again is pretty good, by the way, I also like the music. Yeah, honestly, like I think if I remember correctly, on the itch.io page for this game, it says that this music is actually like it's originally composed by the developer. Yeah. And so what else? I also like the monochromatic color scheme as well. Yeah, because I mean, as I've said before in the channel, like I'm a huge sucker for like monochromatic artwork. Yeah, and yeah, you know, the music is good, the artwork is good. I like the monochromatic color scheme. What else? I also like the dialogue as well. Yeah, especially like the dialogue for like when we're browsing the internet for more information about the save file and the blank game cartridge. Like, yeah, like we were just seeing like all these random / offensive, like, you know, forum board posts or something. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Overall, I mean, there's just so many things to like about the game. And you know what? Hold on. Let me check out the music room. Yeah, so here we are. So these are the, let's see, oh, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, so pretty nice. Yeah, I like that. I like how it even allows for us to listen to the soundtrack like once we finish. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, this was a very, very good game. I'm actually very glad I decided to play it. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you know, keep up the good work, and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it again. You know, this was a fantastic game. Yeah. But anyways, that's it. So this was Never Play Again, a visual novel horror game played by the man himself. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And finally, as all you gamers say, peace out and stay gnarly, amigos!